Thanks for the support as a channel member, Graham McDermott. Today's the day then, Mrs Wearmouth. One more win, and it's another promotion for us and the National League. National. Why is it the National League North and South and then just the National League? The naming convention has never made any sense to me. But yeah, we could get promoted into it today. Have you got any stadium news for us if we go up? No? Hello and welcome to part 22 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have as many games as it takes to get us into the National League. We're 3 games away from the end of the season. Southport, Kings Lynn and Hartlepool. We're 7 points clear at the top of the league. We should only need the one game against Southport. I'll show you the Kings Lynn game as well because, you know, Kings Lynn was a nice place for us to hang out last year. But fingers crossed, we are about to book our spot in the National League. Since you were last with me, we still haven't been dominant. We've not run away with this league the way we have with leagues previously, but we are still looking good for that automatic promotion. And the reason I asked Mrs Wearmouth about the ground is because, of course, last summer it was mentioned we were in the planning permission stage for a 3,000 capacity stadium, but we haven't even started building it yet. And it's now another one of those races against time. All the way through this save, we've been talking about the race against time to get as far up the leagues as possible before we start losing our better players and the youth system starts to degrade and we get stuck somewhere. We're also in a race against time when it comes to the stadium. We need to get up the leagues before the stadium is built, because even in the National League, the minimum stadium capacity is 4,000. So the league we're about to go into, the ground we're looking for planning permission for, won't be suitable. And then once we go up to the Football League, once we're in League 2, the minimum capacity is 5,000. So again, this ground we're trying to get planning permission on, we're already at a point where it's no use. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen once promotion is confirmed when it comes to confirmation for stadiums, because if we go and build this ground, we're never going to be able to play in it. We're also not going to be able to play at Steel Park next year because that's also not big enough for us to go up into the National League. So there's going to be another bit of rehoming next year as we continue the home away from home tour that we're on at the moment until we build our home and have the homecoming. So many puns. Oh, it's beautiful. Right, this is the team for the Southport game. And we're going with Wright in goal, a back four of Rodriguez, Davis, Charles and Cisse. Slam dunk in one of his final appearances for the club, alongside Nathan Curry, Bandera and Camera, and then Beerith and Whitaker up front. It was only last episode I said we didn't really have a 25-30 goal a season striker. Beerith immediately asked me to hold his beer and went on a scoring run. He is now on 25 goals. He's wanted by a number of Football League clubs. Hopefully, he's not going to go, because I'd like to think the further up the league system we go, the less likely we are to have Mrs Wearmouth sell a player out from under me. I also think having that Manchester City money come in, which is what it'll always be called, having the Manchester City money come through in January the way it did, hopefully means we're in a bit of a stronger position to turn down some of these deals. That I guess we will find out in tomorrow's transfer special. And talking of Micah Beerith, there's goal number 26. It's a slam dunk corner. It's a header. A slam dunk corner should be a thing that we continue to do even after slam dunk is gone. That in swinger to the near post that's nodded in. That might forever be dubbed the slam dunk corner from now on, just because it sounds cool. I'll be talking about the slam dunk corner in the Streamer Showdown this weekend, and no one will know what I'm talking about, but we'll know. We're going to be doing lots of slam dunk corners. Talking of the Streamer Showdown, it is this weekend. What day is this coming out? I've already picked my squad. I haven't. I'm recording this on Tuesday, but when you're watching this, I've already picked my squad. Was it any good? Let me know down in the comments. I'm actually going to do a video probably coming out tomorrow afternoon introducing you to my Streamer Showdown squad, but then the showdown itself is going to be on Saturday and Sunday night over on Twitch, 7 p.m. start both nights. It's me and 8 other Football Manager content creators playing in a big old tournament to be able to crown me the winner at the end of it, because obviously I'm going to win because I'm Kev. Kev wins. But we're all going to be streaming on our individual channels, so come and check mine out. Come and check everybody else's out. It's a who's who of good Football Manager content creators and Dr. Benji. So, you know, there's going to be all your favourites in there. And we've got Work the Space, we've got Second Yellow Card, we've got Chesnoid. Other names are available. I don't remember the full. Have I got to do the full 8 off the top of my head? Let's see if I can. So there's me. There's 9. Me, Ben, Jack, Matt. So they're the 4 I've already mentioned. Chesnoid. We've got Fox in the Box. We've got Clates. This is embarrassing. Who are the other 2? Who else is in it? Zealand. I mean, easy to forget about Zealand. Oh, and Tom FM. There you go. There's the 9. And I'm going to beat them all because I'm a hero and I've won it 4 times in the past. None of them have ever won it more than once. So every 5 times. Incoming Sunday night. The link to my Twitch is down in the description below. Like I say, you can check it out on my channel, any of their channels. It's going to be a jolly good time. Talking of a jolly good time, we're still leading in this game, trying to set ourselves up for another slam dunk corner there. But this time it goes just over. And if it ends like this, we are up as champions and everyone's going to be delighted. And we might, have I actually shown you a title trophy presentation during this run of promotions yet? Because they always seem to take me by surprise. I've carefully orchestrated this one to make sure that you can see it. Hopefully we are going to see it now. Well, not now, probably the end of the game. If they start presenting the trophy now, that feels like that might be tempting fate just a smidgen. But Southport are showing a few signs of life here. They've had the ball for quite a long time. It would be nice for us to win it back off of them and, you know, just dance up the other end, grab ourselves a goal. But we are struggling to win the ball back. Someone needs to get a foot in here. Nathan Curry's got himself sent off again. That boy is very talented, but my word, he's a thug. That's the second red card that you've seen him get. I think it is only his second red card of the season, but all the same, he's a thug and he needs to pack it in. Maybe we need to stop playing him as a ball-winning midfielder. What else can he do? I mean, that is his role. You got to stop being a thug, Nathan. Right, let's take off. Who are we going to take off? I might take off Camera. And take off Camera, bring on Hamilton. Stick Hamilton in there. Got Whittaker back here. And then Beereth is going to stay up on his own as an advanced forward. We're just going to drop down to positive as well. We're not going full defensive, but we are winning the game. So let's try and learn from our previous mistakes when we went down to 10 men. Go to a good old traditional 4-4-1-1. Show no attacking ambition anymore, but just try and stay in the game and not concede. I suppose we could actually make our normal substitutions as well. Who else have we got on the bench? No one really. Whittaker can come off because he's tiring. And why have I got 2 centre-backs down here again? Why do I do this to myself? We could have put Cisse in midfield earlier. We could still put Cisse in midfield. We're going to do that. And we're just going to stick Moya in there. That looks like it makes sense. Right, just got to hold on. 10 minutes of football remaining. Chester have gone ahead in their game against Boston. So if there's an equaliser for Southport, it does go through to the Kings Lynn game. But as it stands, as long as we don't concede, we are going to be champions, and the Kings Lynn game will just be a celebration that won't include Nathan Curry because he'll be suspended again, the silly goose. But here we are, champions of the National League North. Beautiful stuff. And look at these handsome boys. It's lovely to see. Who's this guy with a beard? He seems, I don't know what his game is, but there's me, trophy in hand. I don't know why we're so zoomed out. Take a step forward, cameraman. Hands the trophy to Slam Dunk. And for the last time, we see Slam Dunk lifting a trophy in a home shirt. It's emotional. We're going to miss him. We wish him all the best up in Scotland. But I guess now we've won promotion, there's no point even playing him in the final game of the season. I think, did our goalkeeper just do a cartwheel? That feels like a little bit of a risk for a goalkeeper to be doing cartwheels. Title or no title, we've got 2 more games to play. Let's outstretch the arms, tell the boys they done good. And I don't know if we're going to get an immediate notification of transfer budgets. And we do. And the stadium, we haven't got immediate notification on. But let's see how much money we're going to have to play with tomorrow. So there's another ban for Nathan Curry. And oh my word, we've been given big boy spensies. We've actually got a transfer budget. We've almost doubled the wage budget. We've been given an actual transfer budget as well. This is going to be a fun transfer window. That'll be tomorrow's video. For now, though, let's go and beat Kings Lynn to finish our season off. Well, as promotion's already assured, let's use these final couple of games as an excuse to have a look at some of the young players, some of the players of the future that we've got coming through, as well as probably saying goodbye to Henry Barton, who was fantastic for us for those first couple of seasons. But I think Henry Barton is probably done and leaving us this summer. So it's a last chance for him to grab a goal in a home shirt. And we're going to meet a couple more of the name in the game players as well, and show you around all this. Like, I'm learning a lot of these players as we go as well, getting an idea of what we've got. So Eddie Beach, when we signed Eddie Beach, he was supposed to be better than Oliver Wright, and he never actually got an opportunity to prove he was. This is his opportunity. Eddie Beach comes in, and we've got Doyce Kirkland, one of our name in the game guys, coming in at left back. He's been out on loan at Tadcaster last season. This is going to be his club debut. We've got Ben Jackson. Let's remind myself who Ben Jackson is. He came in from Brighton in the summer alongside Moya. We know all about him. And then Robert Zorzanello, who's an Australian who came through our youth system, actually, right back at the start. So his professional debut as a homegrown youth prospect that I knew nothing about. Top youth development manager, this guy. I feel we know about on the left-hand side. Hartshorn is another one who was great for the first couple of seasons, probably going to be leaving this summer, although he's on a non-contract, so he'll probably stick around forever. But he's going to be playing alongside Eli Campbell in midfield, who we've seen play at centre-back and left-back this year, but never in central midfield. And Camera on the right, we've seen plenty of. And we've also seen plenty of Roberts and Barton up front. So for me, all eyes on Doyce Kirkland. And we've also got Russ Eddy down on the bench, who is definitely going to be getting some game time in the second half. He was the bright point of this year's youth intake and another one of our name in the game channel members. So we're going to keep an eye on both of those guys over the course of this game. And hopefully, I mean, Doyce Kirkland at left back has been a little bit of, I wouldn't say a problem position for us since Bachelor Ekpiteta left, but even before he left, the reason he played as many games as he did by 18 years old is because he was plunged into the team at 16 because we had nobody else. So if Doyce Kirkland's good enough, I've got previous for making a 16-year-old my first choice right back. I don't even think he's 16 anymore. I think was he 17 now? He certainly wasn't this year's youth intake. He was the one before. So I'd be surprised if he was still 16. So that position is there for the taking if Doyce Kirkland is good enough to take it. And Beach is showing me that maybe I was right and the star rating was wrong, because talking of right, he would have saved that. Ridiculous. You can't be beaten from there. And we haven't even looked at the Kings Lynn side. I don't know how many. I mean, we're only 3 seasons into the save. It'd be interesting to see if any of our boys from last year's starting club on non-league to legend are still there. It doesn't look like any of them are. There's no names there that I recognise. Lower leagues and their player turnover. It's an absolute madness. How can there be nobody left after 3 years? We've still got someone left after 3 years. Jackson's still here. Not Jackson, Barton, because I was looking at the word Jackson. But Henry Barton's still here. I think he's the only one who was here at the very start. Hartshorn was, I think, our first ever signing. So he came in that first season. So both of them have been around for a little while. But nobody has survived at Kings Lynn. No Marriott, which is just a sadness. Is he on the bench for him? No. Just, what's the point then? What's the point of coming back to have a look at Kings Lynn if they have none of our friends here? It's like when I walked into the Kings Lynn changing room when they had me down there for the game, and I didn't recognise any of the players because I'd sold them all. It's like that. That's what's happened here. Right, I'm not overly impressed with any of these boys just yet. The only one who's playing well is Camera, and he's played probably 35 games this season. So he's, I think we're probably going to take him off and have a look at Russ Eddy. But what we might do is put Camera over on the left, because Eiffel's not played very well at all. Eddy can come on that side, and Henry Barton not getting the job done. James Beresford, who has played a couple of times for us this year, He's another one who came through our youth system. In fact, he's played one cup game as a substitute and scored. So he deserves an opportunity to come on and show us what he's got. We're actually going to swap those two over, make him a deep lying forward, and Roberts can go a little bit more attacking. And who's this guy? Abdoulaye Diallo is another player who's come through our own youth system, so he can come on and make his debut. And Doyce Kirkland can step out for the remainder of the game. Let's demand more. We're now full focus on Russ Eddy. Let's see if he gets an opportunity to show us that he's got some potential. And that's what we want to see. We want to see him get involved in this game and prove to me that he's going to be like Nathan Curry, like Kieran Hodgkinson, and be a name in the game player who ends up being an important member of the squad. He wasn't. I mean, he might be. He's still very young. But we did lose the game. Much sadness. Right, that's going to be it. I'm not going to show you the final game of the season because I'm just going to do that again and mess around trying some of the young players again for the final game. And then we'll be back tomorrow for transfers. First transfers with money. I don't really know if we're going to be able to spend any of it because obviously we're only able to sign kids. But we can go and get some expensive kids. And expensive kids are always good. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.